Well, I was walking down the street, feeling kind of neat, when the wind came out your butt and blew my wig off. Oh, it was a sight to see, my hair flying in the breeze, 'cause the wind came out your butt and blew my wig off. People started laughing, they couldn't believe their eyes as my wig flew through the sky. Oh, what a surprise. I tried to catch it, but it slipped right through my hands, 'cause the wind came out your butt and now it's somewhere in the land. Oh, wind came out your butt and blew my wig off. Baby, you drive like shit. Did you see the car that you almost hit? How come I take the bus instead? Riding with you, I'm gonna end up dead. Don't ask me if I need a lift. Baby, you drive like shit. She just ran through, always stop. I ain't trying to get stopped by the cops. Baby, why the hell did I let you drive? It's a miracle that you're still alive. Don't ask me if I need a lift. Baby, you drive like shit. Whoa, 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 whoa. Look out, my girl is driving. Watch out, my girl drives like shit. Whoa, whoa, whoa. My girl is driving. Watch out, my girl drives like shit. Moving over. Heard you think you're tough. Gotta let you know I will fuck you up. I whoop that ass, talking all that shit, spank that ass till you tap like a bitch. No, I ain't playing, I'm here to kick ass. Whoop that ass, it's time to punch face. I'm the one who brings you pain in the ring. I whoop that ass until the bell rings. Already know that I do not play. Throw a punch like I'm cutting down hay. I whoop that ass every single night. Spank that ass till they stop the fight. I'll tell you the story of a man, a radioactive tip in his hand. His hand grew 10 times its normal size to help him get his money on time. He knew if the bitch was telling a lie, which was 100% of the time. Superpowers to make a bitch listen, then get her naked with sex-ray vision. Sweep a police station in a single bound, slapping bitches down to the fucking ground. His name was famous across the land. They called him the pimp named Superhand. Oh shit, yeah, the pimp named Superhand. He had powers no other pimp had. Oh fuck yeah, the pimp named Superhand. That motherfucker was super bad. Asking for dinner ain't asking for much. You had one job and still fucked it up. Sometimes you gotta learn respect. I use my pimp hand to correct. It's called a big slap. Slap. Come get at your face.
Don't tell me about me. Stop telling 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 me about me. I don't need you to tell me about me.
We got Miss Jackson in the building. She ready for this. He said, "Cops on Sundays, nigga. Let's get it." Let's see. Hold on. Let me finish these comments real quick. Like Corona said, "Sorry for the English." And he said, "Respect your work." Now you good, man. CJ said, "If he was black, he would have been out of the car for saying that shit." You know, the funny thing is, he is black. It's a black dude in the car. And then Corona said, "Never speed on camera, man." You right about that. Well, we got Miss Jackson in the middle, man. What's going on, girl? Give me your thoughts. Tell the people what it is.
Hey, what's good, y'all? It's Kanique Jackson coming to you here soon at School for Justice. Just jumping on right now, trying to get a feel of the narrative of the story. But from what I'm hearing, he just got pulled over for no reason.
But there you go. I ain't gonna say no reason. And shout out to Alexis. The cop said he was speeding, so I'm getting caught the benefit of that out on that. You said you think he going fast? Okay, he going fast. Write him a ticket. But the cop even gave up something, which lets you know it might not be a true, actual, legit stop. He didn't clock that boy. He said he didn't clock him. He said he just visually saw you. And that's why Lackluster went into the law. Like, yeah, they are allowed to pull people over for suspecting them of speeding, but it's going to be an issue when you get into court because you got to prove that this person was actually speeding. If it's just the officer's word, and you'll see how it all play out. You'll see how it all play out. Let's keep rocking for a second.
I don't answer questions. Okay. Is that without insurance good? Oh,
Y'all saw the way he looked at him? Y'all said, look, they took the cop off. Look at them eyes. We might have an issue, y'all. But look at them eyes when the guy says he doesn't want to answer questions, which is his legal right to do. Look at the way the cop looks at him. Now, I don't want to remember, y'all, and this I keep trying to beat these points down. And I'm gonna get your thoughts on it, Ms. Jackson. They are law enforcers. They are there to uphold the law. And with me using my rights, which is entailed in the laws, these laws protect my rights. With me using my right to not say nothing to you, that's the type of energy you get. Look at that look. That's a look at this thing. But what you think? Because I think it's crazy.
Oh yeah, he already on one. And so, this, as he can see, this man is exercising his rights. So, hey, just go ahead and go along with the protocol, with the procedures. You know what I'm saying? Call for backup if necessary. Do what you got to do to cover your back. You know what I'm saying? And explain to him why you felt the need to pull him over, what's going on, and if the law or the traffic laws has been violated, what the consequences will be. And that should be, you know what I'm saying? That's the way you saw that.
Yeah. And see, Corona's, damn, y'all ain't got no black people in y'all city, man? That's crazy. That shit, well, y'all are up there, man. It's a little cold over there in Romania and shit. But hey, y'all got some nice weather too, though. Fucking yeah, man. In this situation, look, we gonna see how it play out. He told him that he pulled him over for speeding, but he already also told him that he didn't clock him at no speed. He ain't got no speed reader in there, or if he do, he ain't use it. So the man just giving this shit. And honestly, this should be a quick interaction, y'all. License, registration, proof of insurance. Okay, go run it, write me a ticket, bring it back. So let's see how the rest of this shit play out. But he's looking at him crazy right now.
Okay. Is that without insurance good? Oh, can you pull over again?
After verifying the insurance, Tackler returns to his phone call, where his frustration with constitutional rights becomes apparent.
This guy doesn't answer questions.
Hello?
That's what he says. I asked him if he knew how fast he was going because I had to do over 100 to catch up to him. And he says, I don't answer questions.
Who are you talking to?
Yeah, that's nice.
Mm-hmm. And then he's driving a car that's not his. And I asked him who this person is, and he says, I don't answer questions.
This could get interesting.
Who are you talking to? Ain't you supposed to be on the job working? Who are you talking to? talking to, y'all? I'm doing like I'm just being honest. I don't think that's professional. Who you talking to? You supposed to be working right now.
So as we can see, he's already plotting and got a scheme up his sleeve.
I don't know if he plotting yet, but I'm saying like who he talking to? Like he talk like first off, there should be some level, I would think, some level of professionalism doing your job. And while you're in the midst of doing your job, I just wouldn't think you would just go get on the phone and start talking to somebody. Like I work at AT&T, I'm the manager, and I got somebody in here coming to complain about their bill. So you're like, yeah, man, I'm hold up, give me 1 second, I'll be right back. Man, girl, this motherfucker in here talking crazy and shit. I'm like, that's not professional to me. Who are you talking to, man? Who are you talking to? Motherfucker said, Coronu said, who's that woman? CJ saying, sounds like his damn wife. And then Coronu said, I want to marry her. All right, now, she got a soft voice. But I just think it's unprofessional. Like, you in the middle of a traffic stop, y'all say these stops are some of the most dangerous. They're like, you could lose your life the fastest of these ones. And you on the phone just having a conversation with somebody while you writing somebody a ticket. So I'm like, I just think that's a little odd, in my honest opinion. I just think that's a little odd. But either way, though, I'm going to keep playing. I shouldn't even stop for that, but that was odd to me.
It's very interesting. And a moment later, Deputy Mitchell Bramblett arrives on scene.
I got back up. Okay.
All I was doing is flying past. I was heading eastbound. He was heading westbound. Flipped around, and I was almost to Liverpool, like Piccadilly area. So I turn around, try to catch up to him. I'm only doing like 106, trying to catch up to him. I don't catch up to him until like Buckley, and he's like weaving around traffic and shit. So I'm getting for speeding and reckless. He doesn't answer questions, by the way. He doesn't answer questions. He's driving somebody else's car, but he won't tell me who that person is.
During their chat, Deputy Hackler notifies Bramblett that the passenger is recording. Why becomes apparent soon.
They're recording on their cell phones right now. They're recording on their cell phones right now. So you know.
Ask yourself this question. Why would he need to tell his backup that they're recording? If everything's on the up and up and y'all always do things by the book, by the code, why would you have to warn your backup that they're up there recording? Give me your thoughts, Ms. Jackson.
Yeah, so I like I said from jump, I think he already had like a plot and a scheme up his sleeves because he felt some type of way that the guy was intelligent enough to know his rights, and then no, he didn't have the audacity to exercise his rights. You know, so I think he already got a plot. That's why he made a phone call to whomever that may, and then now his he feeling some type of way and want to like make a reason, find a reason for this whole traffic stop to lead into a different direction. So that's the way I'm viewing it.
All right. I will tell you, he didn't call nobody after he got in the car. He was already on the phone with whoever the fuck he was on the phone with. So supposedly when he supposedly saw this guy speeding, now it throws in my mind, because when he sat in the car, that person was already on the phone. He just got in the car and started talking. And then that person started responding. So it's making me wonder, if you was on the phone with this person, you still on the phone with this person at this traffic stop, was you on the phone when you supposedly saw this man speed? Because I would just get the timestamp. I like no bullshit. I would just get the timestamps. I would forward you all that information. Like, okay, he on the phone with somebody. Okay, when he initiated his lights. Okay, at this time. All right. Well, I need to FOIA his goddamn phone records to see if he was on this goddamn phone.
It sounds like it.
Yeah, so I'm like, if you were on the phone, then how the fuck did you even see me speeding?
Exactly.
I'm wondering, like, it just stopped even legit. But then on top of that, he's warning the guy, man. The reason I think he warned him, because I don't think they on the regular do the up and up stuff. It's like, hey man, I know we got our body cameras and we can move certain ways where you can't see shit on the body cam, because y'all remember they always sit right here. That's why you see cops sometimes turn some shit. They'll turn their body cam, and that's when we get them videos where we they don't turn it up. You see them planting drugs and planting guns on people. We didn't cover these videos many a times. And they know how to hide it to a certain extent. But he's warning this dude. I think he warned them mainly because they might not always operate on the up and up. But we're gonna see what happens right here. Because so far, guy speeding, he can't tell him how fast he was going, how much he was speeding. So it's just gonna be a simple ticket. So let's see if they actually just serve a ticket.
Huh?
Which one's recording?
The one in the passenger seat. Here's documents back. All right, like I said, I visually estimated you at 65 and a 45.
Visually estimated me?
Yeah, when I was going westbound or eastbound, you were going westbound, you flew past me.
And you didn't clock me with any sort of radar
No,
or any sort of
it was visual, but you were definitely going.
When is the
too
last
fast.
time that your eyes have been calibrated?
It doesn't matter about my eyes.
TRCU displayed US v. Sowards on screen, and the text is correct. The court held that law enforcement must rely on more than their subjective judgment in situations where precise measurements like speed are at issue. The court stressed that using reasonable suspicion to circumvent the Fourth Amendment requires more concrete evidence, especially in cases like a speeding violation. However, it's important to note that the case was a decision by the Fourth Circuit, and its ruling is not binding on courts in Colorado, as it is located within the 10th Circuit. Cases from outside a particular jurisdiction can be cited as persuasive authority, meaning that while a Colorado court is not required to follow the ruling in US v. Sowards, it can consider the reasoning of that decision if the circumstances are similar. But more interestingly, in a previous episode, we dissected the 10th Circuit Court of Appeals case Irizarry v. Yahia. This case was not only decided in the same circuit and state. In fact, the Irizarry case occurred in the neighboring county. During the incident that sparked that case, Eric Brandt and Liberty Freak TV were observing a DUI.
Shout out to that guy. Shout out to that guy. You see his shout out to that guy right there.
Yeah.
Shout out to him, man. If anybody got an issue with that, then guess what? That's your problem, man. That's a personal problem right there. I think it's funny, but I don't think it's illegal. Oh, actually, I know it's not illegal. So shout out to that guy. Shout out to him for that shit. Fuck them cops. But let's keep going. I'm sorry.
Investigation. When Officer Yahia arrived on scene,
If I would have known this was in the video, I would have made that part of the thumbnail. I would have literally clipped that part and put it in the thumbnail.
Hey, it's the highlight. Look, that's the highlight though on it.
That shit right there clean. God, that shit. Either way, I'm sorry. Here we go.
and stood directly in front of Liberty Freak's camera.
Hey, get the f- out of his face, Paul. Out of my what's wrong with you?
A moment later, he would use his flashlight to prevent Eric Brandt's camera from recording the scene.
What are you, a clown? Oh, it's gotta be one fucking jack. The whole thing up. What the f- is wrong with you people?
The men attempted to file a complaint with the supervisor on scene, but were met with closed ears. So Mr. Irizarry sued Officer Yahia pro se under 42 U.S. Code 1983, alleging that the officer violated his First Amendment rights. The district court dismissed the complaint for failure to state a claim, finding that Mr. Irizarry had alleged a constitutional violation, but held that Officer Yahia was entitled to qualified immunity because the violation was not one of clearly established law. Liberty Freak appealed, and the University of Colorado School of Law, the Electronic Frontier Foundation, the Cato Institute, the National Police Accountability Project, and the First Amendment scholars filed amicus briefs on behalf of Liberty Freak. Finally, on July 11th of 2022, the 10th Circuit Court of Appeals reviewed the district court's opinion and the allegations that Officer Yahia intentionally positioned himself directly in front of Mr. Irizarry to make sure he intentionally obstructed the camera view. view and attempted to saturate Eric's camera sensors by shining an extremely bright flashlight at it, and that Officer Yahia's actions amounted to a blatant plier restraint, and Officer Yahia deprived him of his rights to freedom of the press and sought to punish Mr. Irizarry for exercising his rights. Upon reviewing the district court's decision, the 10th Circuit Court reversed, revoking Officer Yahia's qualified immunity because of the many sibling circuit court decisions that recognized the right to film the police.
What's your name?
So picture that. And this is why it's a big issue in America. For a lot of folks like Coronu, like y'all might not know how they do a lot of shit in America. But and he got a question for you, Miss Jackson, too. So hey, gonna write this question in the chat. But a lot of people don't understand, like in America, these motherfuckers don't give a fuck. Hey, I'm just like let you know right now. These motherfuckers, the cops don't give a fuck, the courts don't give a fuck. And we already saw right here in this situation right here, off of that video. People don't understand how much their rights are really being violated on a regular. This guy's trying to record a stop, and he has the right to record a stop, freedom of the press. And cop comes out, stands in front of one guy, then he gets his flashlight and starts flickering in their camera because he know it blinds the light. So he took it to the court. He's like, nah, I'm gonna sue you, I'm taking it to court. You can't be doing that shit. That's again, you violate my rights. The regular court around his area. Now, he got qualified immunity. You didn't tell us enough of what he did. Motherfucker didn't give up on it. And this is the problem in America. You gotta have a lot of money to fight these things, or you gotta have a lot of people to back you up. He was like, nah, fuck that. All these other different agencies had to come together to get this information to send it to the Supreme Court so they can figure it out. And guess what they said? Nah, he did violate that man's rights. How did one court get it right and the other court get it wrong?
Exactly. And I do want to stress the issue that each state do have their own laws, of course, but it is definitely not a crime nor illegal to record an incident or an officer while in active duty. Even the police department and the company, they equipped all of their employees and officers with cameras. And that law had passed, I think, if I'm not mistaken, maybe about 10 years or so prior, where
yeah, he required that it's a federal law that y'all gotta have body cams.
Correct. Behind brutality. So that's not a crime at all. No rights were being violated. And this, man just looked like he was in his feelings and got way out of line and felt some type of way because this gentleman and other people surrounded was recording and videotaping. And, as a loyal officer and loyal to your company, you should want an outsider to record you. You should want everything that's being taking place on camera. So can't nobody say who shot John and try to do anything to boogie you up or circle you up if the situation was to occur to get out of control or go to the courts or a higher issue or to your superior. Hey, the proof is in the pudding. And you know what I'm saying? So but I just want to definitely stress that issue that there is definitely no crime and you have every right to record any incident, whether it's being done to you or to someone else. And to answer, I believe that's Karanu question, why the cop had his hand on the gun before talking. That's a great question because there was no crime had been committed at this point of violence or anything of that nature. Nobody life was in danger or anything like that. And so that is a great question. There was no purpose and no need for him to conversate with this young man and have be like prepared, to use his weapon. So that was definitely out of order.
All right. Let's keep rocking.
YEHIA.
Now, with the ruling in Irizarry v. Yahia in the 10th Circuit, if TRCU were to pursue civil action on this case, Deputy Bramblett would almost certainly lose his qualified immunity, and a door would be open for TRCU to argue against the officer's ability to pull a person over without radar, LiDAR, or pacing in the 10th.
I see why he showed that. I see why he showed that other video. I didn't even notice that. The guy in the passenger seat that was recording, he had it on face record. Like, your front-facing camera, he was recording that way. I didn't notice that the cop was shining his flashlight right on his phone. I didn't even notice that. But that's what he was doing. That's why he brought up that whole, because I was like, man, I think that whole point's kind of like pointless. What's the point he's saying it for? But watch it right here. The guy's recording on the front of his phone. You can see the light on it right now.
The door would be open for TRCU to argue against.
He puts the flashlight right on his phone, so he can't record. That phone can't see shit now. It's just white light.
Mhm.
I didn't even notice that. Okay. Well, he go, yeah. I guess that shit actually plays in with it. Let's keep going.
The officer's ability to pull a person over without radar, LiDAR, or pacing in the 10th Circuit.
Flew past me.
And you didn't clock me with any sort of radar?
No,
or any sort
it
of
was
equipment?
visual, but you were definitely going.
When is
too
the last
fast.
time that your eyes have been calibrated?
It doesn't matter about my
Bullshit.
eyes.
Okay.
I've been trained.
You've been
visually-
trained?
Yeah,
Okay.
to visually
I'm
estimate.
going to go to court for this.
That's fine.
Fight it.
So I'm citing you for speeding 20 plus in a 45. Okay, and reckless driving because there's other cars that you're driving past, weaving in and around traffic. and
Weaving
stuff.
in around the traffic. Okay. I have a dash cam, by the way.
That's fine.
That records my speed.
So you should have seen that other car that you cut off right before you went to the light when I
I had
finally
a
caught up
blinker
to
on. I didn't cut them off. I had plenty of space.
you. Okay, that's fine. Either way, your court date is going to be Monday, October 7th, 2024
Make
at
sure
2
you're there.
p.m. I will be there.
For sure.
Arapahoe County Combined Court. It's down there. There's the address right there. All right. I just need a signature from you right here saying that you'll show up to court.
Not an admission of guilt?
Nope.
No problem. Right here?
Yep.
There's my signature autograph. There you go.
Perfect. Here's your citation.
No problem. And
Drive
can I get your
safe.
Business card?
My name's on there.
I can't get your business card. Can I get yours, sir?
Drive safe.
Can I get your business card?
All my information is on my.
I want your business card. It's professional for you to just give me your business card. Is that too much to ask for? The stop's over, so can I just get your business card? That's all I want.
Why are you getting out of your vehicle right now?
I didn't hear what you said.
You need to step back in your vehicle.
The traffic stop's over.
Correct.
So can I get your business card?
And you're over here with a firearm flashing right at me.
I'm open.
Get back in.
It's open carry legal? It's not.
Get back in your car.
Or else what?
Have a good day.
I need your business card.
My information is on the citation that I gave you.
Business card. Because I'm going to request all this, the video evidence for your body cams, and I want to request all this information.
Okay. You can get all that.
My lawyer, I want your business card. Hey, there you go. I appreciate it. Thank you. I appreciate it. That's all you had to do. Can I get yours?
Literally, all this badge.
No, I understand that, but I like the business card just so I can give it to my lawyer. It's not the first time I've been to this. Don't be scared of firearms, bro. It's the Second Amendment.
I'm not afraid of firearms.
I see your memorial band.
Yeah.
Marine Corps.
Marine Corps.
Thank you for your service. That's all you had to do.
Okay. Have a good day. Drive safe.
Traffic stop's over. I'm free to go, right?
Go. Yeah. Go.
We're going to stop right here for a second. Tell me what you saw that was wrong with that, Ms. Jackson. Because I know you've seen some things. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I did want to mention a minute back where something had occurred, and I had meant to mention it earlier. But yeah, he should automatically identify himself. That's kind of like first rule. If you decide to initiate and take action, in the case where you said that he was speeding, you gave him a ticket, you got to go to court on it or whatnot. You need to identify yourself as that officer. You know, in what department you work for, blah, 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 blah. What's your position, your badge number, so forth and so on. So every citizen has a right to know who they're dealing with, to, you know, and ask. He should have volunteered once you gave him the citation or the ticket, rather. You should volunteer to give your card, your business card. That definitely shouldn't be, you know, no issue, or you feeling the need to be all on guard because the gentleman stepped outside the car to ask you for your identification. He shouldn't have to ask you for your identification, first of all, from the start. And second of all, if he did step outside the car, you know, you just address the guy, give him your identification. I mean, my thing was you was looking for a reason, you know, to escalate the situation or say that the young gentleman was attempting to be violent. And then there was another issue occurred that kind of slipped my mind real quick that I did want to address. It'll come back to me here in a few.
All right. Well, check it. Yeah, I think it's a little pussy of him. Because I'm like, first off, you already came when he was finally giving them the ticket or whatever the hell. He was sitting there trying to argue with the person in the car. Just give him the ticket, man. Like, you saying that he did this, he's saying I didn't do it. Now you want to go back and forth with him on it. Like, man, look, he said he didn't do it. You said he did it. Keep on doing what you got to do with your ticket. You want to be a little argumentative with him, and people will say, yeah, that nigga in the car was argumentative with the cop. I'm like, look, you saying I did something. I'm just telling you I didn't do it. But outside
look.
of that,
Go ahead. Go ahead. I didn't cut you out.
It came back to you. Go ahead.
Yeah, it came back to look, it came back. I thought about it. So he mentions I saw you when he went to the young gentleman to write out the ticket. He said, I saw you speeding and swerving and so forth and cut somebody off, and you was going over 20 miles per hour in that lane. I think it was a 45 mile per hour lane. First of all, how did you see anything when you was on your phone? When you was on your phone talking to your wifey or whoever, whatever your own, personal thing, people, you was on the phone, what I'm saying, doing your own little thing. And so I'm not saying that, you wasn't looking around and of course noticing your environment, but your full attention was not there. You had a distraction by being held up into a personal conversation. So I did want to mention that, that I believe that plays a big part in it.
Oh yeah, that's why I said I would for you all that shit, man. Like that, him being on that phone is very important, because how could you actually see me doing this if clearly we have a way of saying that you were distracted from what you were supposed to be doing? And then on top of that, dude, old buddy read the law multiple times. Like they can't. I thought they could visually stop somebody for that. They can't. They can't. He said it multiple times. Look, Caranu said in his country, for 10 grams of weed, you get 5 years. Talk about this European Union. Yeah, that's crazy. I don't know what it is in America, but it might be worse than that in America. I don't know.
Right.
I think it varies by state, but yeah, they got some stupid ass weed laws. They used to lock motherfuckers up for life for that shit. But CJ said nigga got mad because he asked for a business card, but will be damn well. Nigga got mad because he asked for a business card, but will damn near drag a motherfucker for not giving up a license. You are 100. You are correct, man. You 100% correct on that. He will drag a motherfucker out of a car. Let's see. Bruno said he like it here. We got Hurricane in the building. Salute Hurricane. I know he's Viva Revolution. Fuck these pussy ass cops. But look, I think it's just funny in this situation. Like the other cop handed the guy the card. He wasn't so terrified about it. The other cop was trying to get out of there. And only after the other cop handed his card did the original cop give him his card. This whole shit right here with him getting out of the car could have been avoided when he asked you for his business card when you was walking away. You could have just gave it to him then. But you being on some childish ass shit, which could have been a situation because the black man being stupid, I'm be honest. Bro, you got out of the car with a gun on you. Some of them motherfuckers will take that as all they need to see. You got out and you got a gun on you. They gonna shoot you dead right there. We done seen it in America. We done seen people get shot for a phone or the imagination of a gun. Like, nigga, you showed them one. But either way, though, it's still your right to do it. I'm just telling you, be smart about it. But no, all this shit could have been avoided if the cop would have just gave that man the goddamn business card at the goddamn door. But he wanted to have his little attitude because the dude disagreed with the stop and said he's gonna report it. So he was like, nah. But something showed on this video that I don't think a lot of people saw. It showed underneath, but I bet Money Lackluster gonna say something about it in a second. Just check this shit out.
As stated on screen earlier, the citation was never submitted to the courts.
Did you hear that?
Wow. Citation was never submitted.
Yeah, I'll play it one more time. For the folks in the back.
As stated on screen earlier, the citation was never submitted to the court.
The cop never turned the ticket in.
Oh, wow.
He never turned his ticket in. Why did he not turn his ticket in? Like, it's one thing to say, yeah, he didn't show up for the court date when the guy had to show up to court and the cop come there. Because sometimes cops don't show up and they just end up throwing it out unless the person just pleads guilty like a dumbass. He didn't even submit it.
Wow. So all of this for nothing.
That's dollars just getting spent well around here. I think he just wanted to identify that guy. And then he caught an attitude and wrote him a ticket. And he was like, well, I can't really truly prove that he was speeding. And I ain't trying to go to court on no type of date. Man, fuck it. I ain't gonna put it in.
Plus, he knew the guy told him that he had his own body cam. Remember, he said he got his own camera.
Yeah,
So he knew he was going to lose. He knew he was wasting his time.
identify that man, and then man, look, and this is why in America, like a lot of people, like man, these cops got a hard job. They out here doing the hard work and all this. Well, hindsight 2020, looking at this situation, bro, you put yourself in harm's way, wasting tax dollars for what? For what? You pretty much just identify somebody for something that you can't prove, so that could make this an illegal stop. Right out back. You can't just randomly pull cars over. So if you didn't even submit this, you didn't even agree with what the fuck you did. You didn't even double. Why would you not take this in? I'm pretty sure you wrote a whole bunch of other people tickets, and y'all have quotas to write a certain amount of tickets. So why didn't you turn this one in? Were you over your quota already or something? Or you just like, yeah, I'm just gonna let this one slide. It's very suspicious to me. I'm just putting it like that, y'all. Very suspicious. What you think, Miss Jackson? This is suspicious? It might be suspicious. Just a little bit.
Throw it off like senseless.
I don't get it. But hey, he wasn't done with this shit. We wasn't done with this shit. Let's keep going.
Sports. My guess as to the reasoning why is as good as yours. But while researching this incident, I found a social media post by Deputy Hackler featuring the iconic Guy Fawkes mask and phrase from the film V for Vendetta. This alone exposes his blatant irony. A law enforcement officer publicly aligning himself with a film that stands as a clear denunciation of authoritarianism and government overreach. As someone whose job it is to enforce and uphold the very authority the film critiques, his post demonstrates either a profound misunderstanding of its message or a willful disregard for it.
People should not be afraid of their governments. Governments should be afraid of their people.
And it's hard to ignore the absurdity of an officer who represents state power while championing a film about fighting that same power. But this isn't an isolated case. It reflects a disturbing trend in law enforcement where officers, while representing the system, loudly complain about government overreach, conveniently ignoring the fact that they are the ones enforcing it. As a matter of fact, it isn't just irony, it's intellectual laziness, and shows a disconnect between those tasked with upholding the law and the principles they're supposed to defend. But as always, I'm more interested in what you think.
Yeah, I want to see what y'all think about that too, because that is a good point to point out. You're tasked with upholding the law, but in your personal time, you sit around and complain about the law. How are you a law enforcer? Like, and think about it, that can go either way. Like, you can be like, well, some laws they don't like, so they're against it. But then there can be laws that they're for and don't enforce. It can go either way. Like, I don't give a fuck if the law says I can't do this. I'm gonna do it anyways because I believe this is what the law should be. You can have people like, it's just crazy. You can't, like, that V for Vendetta movie. Did you ever watch that? Jackson, you ever watch that? The V for Vendetta movie? Like, she looked like she froze like a motherfucker. Yeah, she froze. All right, we'll get Miss Jackson back in a second. But like, if any of y'all watch that V for Vendetta movie, man, look, it's very interesting because that's pretty much a man going against the government. Going against the government, a tyrannical government, but a government nonetheless. And he's trying to take that bitch down. He's trying to take that.